Do your cat's antics sometimes leave you scratching your head or scrubbing shredded paper towels off the kitchen floor while wondering whether you've adopted a pint-sized lunatic in fur? You are definitely not alone. What looks bizarre or even mischievous to us is usually rooted in sound feline logic, evolutionary hardwiring, or subtle emotional cues that can slip under the human radar. In this video, we'll dive into 12 of the strangest, most commonly misunderstood cat behaviors and unpack the real reasons our whiskered companions act the way they do. Along the way, we'll enrich the original discussion with fresh scientific insights, sprinkle in clarifications prompted by your brilliant comments, and correct a few lingering myths that keep puzzling first-time cat parents. By the end, you'll see that every plastic chewing episode, midnight zoomie, and unsolicited butt hello adds up to a sophisticated body language lexicon rather than a random parade of oddities. If you return from the grocery store only to discover your cat gnawing holes through handles of plastic bags before you've set down the milk, you're witnessing more than sheer mischief. Curiosity is undeniably at play. Cats explore textures with both mouth and paws, but feline pica can have deeper roots. Studies link chronic non-food ingestion to dietary deficiencies, gastrointestinal discomfort, or even conditions such as hyperthyroidism and anemia. Cats that began teething on crinkly material as kittens may carry the oral fixation into adulthood because the sound and mouthfeel resemble prey rustling in dry leaves. The danger, of course, is choking or intestinal blockage. Offer safe chew toys that mimic the satisfying crunch without the hazard, and rotate them frequently to stave off boredom. If you notice persistent plastic cravings paired with weight loss, lethargy, or pale gums, schedule a veterinary visit to rule out metabolic or mineral imbalances. Addressing the root, not merely the symptom, protects your cat and your shopping bags alike. Few things feel more unsettling than catching your cat frozen in a stare that seems to drill right through you. Yet beneath that unyielding gaze lies a finely tuned sensory suite. A sudden fly buzzing 3 rooms away may spark laser-like focus long before you hear a hum. New perfume molecules wafting off your sleeve, an ultrasonic vibration from a faulty phone charger, or the faint tremor of footsteps in the hallway can all arrest feline attention. Resist the urge to stare back. Direct eye contact can register as a threat. Instead, soften your gaze, slowly blink, and turn your head slightly. If your cat reciprocates with languid blinks, those famous kitty kisses, he is signaling trust, affection, and mutual relaxation. Recreate the moment consistently, and you'll build a nonverbal dialogue that feels downright telepathic. When your cat presses cheeks or forehead against your calf, laptop edge, or even your face, he is broadcasting more than hello. The sebaceous glands concentrated around whisker pads and ears release pheromones that fuse with your own scent, painting you as part of the clan. Feline behaviorists call this friendly headbutt a bunting gesture. Reassuringly, the act isn't solely possessive. It also calms the cat through self-produced chemical signals. If you'd like to return the greeting in a language your cat understands, extend a finger at nose level and allow him to guide the encounter. Gentle strokes along the cheek ridge reinforce trust, while avoiding overstimulation of areas like the lower back, which can be ticklish for some cats. Many viewers shared stories of children misinterpreting a blissful belly flop as a plea for tummy tickles. The confusion is understandable. Few sights are cuter than a fluffy midriff presented like a fuzzy welcome mat, yet feline bellies protect vital organs, and touch-sensitive hair follicles make the area hypersensitive. Rolling over is therefore the ultimate vulnerability signal. Your cat is literally placing his defenses on the ground to show he feels completely safe. Accept the compliment with your eyes, not your hands. Stroke the chin or side of the face instead. Teaching kids this distinction turns would-be scratch festivals into quiet, marveling moments that deepen respect between child and pet, and spare tender hands from defensive bunny kicks. A tail in slow, sweeping arcs usually indicates a cat at ease, but when that same appendage begins to twitch like a metronome gone rogue, something is brewing. Quick, jerky movements paired with pinned-back ears or dilated pupils mean your cat's tolerance threshold is closing fast, time to stop petting, or to remove the overstimulating toy. Conversely, a subtle twitch, isolated to the tip, while your cat crouches in hunting posture, often signals predatory focus. During REM sleep, you may see gentle flicks as your cat chases dream mice in his mind. One viewer mentioned a cat who wags his tail when happy. Indeed, breeds and individuals differ. Context clues. Relaxed muscles, upright ears. Clarify whether that wag is merriment or mounting annoyance. Whether you call it kneading, making biscuits, or kitty bread making, the rhythmic flexing of paws against a soft surface traces back to the nursery. Massage-like pressure stimulated milk flow from mother cats, so the motion carries deep associations with comfort and security. Adult cats knead when perched on your lap because you serve as a substitute safe haven. The action may also release endorphins that lower stress, much like a self-soothing habit in humans. Provide a thick fleece or plush pillow nearby to spare sensitive skin from sharp claws, but accept the behavior as one of the sincerest compliments your cat can pay. At frequencies between roughly 20 and 140 Hz, a purr's gentle vibrations overlap with sound ranges employed in physical therapy to promote bone density and tissue healing. That's more than folklore. Controlled studies show exposure to such frequencies can accelerate fracture recovery and reduce blood pressure in humans. A cat may therefore purr not only in contentment, but also when in pain or anxious, harnessing internal resonance to self-medicate. If your typically vocal companion purrs while hiding or limping, assume discomfort rather than happiness and arrange a vet check. For healthy cats curled contentedly in your lap, savor the bonus health benefits. Your body reaps them too. When a cat turns around, tail aloft, and offers an unobstructed rear-facing view, he is extending the highest level of trust, as odd as that sounds to human sensibilities. Among cats, presenting the hindquarters allows direct introduction to the anal gland's scent, an ID badge no microchip can match. By showing you the goods, your cat is asserting that you belong to his intimate circle. Respect the gesture without returning the sniff. Instead, respond with a gentle stroke along the spine or base of the tail, reinforcing social bonds without plunging nose first into the pungent world of feline communication. Those operatic yowls echoing down the hallway at 3 a.m. aren't your cat auditioning for a feline Phantom of the Opera. Indoor cats often hit a surplus energy peak, precisely when their human household quiets down. The species evolved as crepuscular hunters, preferring dawn and dusk, so nighttime zoomies align with natural rhythms. Quash the ruckus by inserting rigorous play sessions an hour before bedtime. Wand toys that mimic prey vibration, drain excess energy. Feed a protein-rich meal just afterward, so the post-hunt feast triggers drowsiness. Puzzle feeders or treat balls can then occupy any leftover wakefulness. Persistent nocturnal vocalization in senior cats sometimes flags thyroid issues, cognitive dysfunction, or hypertension, so if your elder feline serenade spikes suddenly, consult your veterinarian rather than your earplugs. To us, a neatly covered litter box deposit simply means less odor. For a wildcat ancestor, burying waste-masked territorial borders from predators or rival felines. Interestingly, dominant cats in multi-cat colonies may leave feces conspicuously uncovered to mark turf. Submissive individuals hide theirs. Indoor cats retain both instincts, burying by default but occasionally foregoing cover after stressful changes, such as a new pet or household move. Provide ample, easily accessible boxes, one per cat plus one extra, and scoop daily to reinforce comfort and reduce boundary anxiety, especially if your cat suddenly switches from fastidious digging to surface dropping. A steady trickle from the tap or the swirl of the shower drain captivates many cats more than the pristine bowl next to their food. In the wild, flowing water is less likely to stagnate with bacteria, so natural selection favors cats who gravitate toward movement. Domestic bowls can also trigger whisker fatigue. The stiff, highly innervated whiskers brushing against the rim with each sip may irritate. Switch to a wide, shallow ceramic dish, or invest in a pet fountain that keeps water circulating, cool, and oxygenated. You'll curb countertop visits while satisfying evolutionary preferences. Place an empty delivery box on the floor, and your feline will materialize inside before you can utter Amazon. Boxes satisfy multiple primal urges. They offer a defensive fortress with only one visible entrance, conferring safety for napping. Their insulating cardboard traps body heat, creating a toasty microclimate, and the snug walls provide calming, deep-pressure stimulation akin to a weighted blanket. One viewer mentioned a cat who dislikes boxes due to an early stressful transport episode, an excellent reminder that individual history shapes behavior. For most cats, though, The mantra, "If I fits, I sits," reigns. Sprinkle a few boxes of varied sizes around your home to curb stress, reduce inter-cat tension, and provide enrichment that costs nothing but a bit of living room real estate. Several comment section stories describe cats who adore immediate family, yet vanish or hiss when guests arrive. Scent profiles again hold the key. Unfamiliar chemical signatures, new footsteps, and unpredictable movement patterns trip feline threat detectors. Gradual desensitization works wonders. Ask frequent visitors to toss treats from a comfortable distance without eye contact. Over visits, entice the cat to approach at her own pace. Avoid forced cuddles. Trust blooms slowly but securely when the cat has full agency in each encounter. From plastic bag banquets to gravity-defying faucet acrobatics, the so-called strange behaviors we've explored form a coherent language once we decode the evolutionary grammar behind them. Every tail twitch, belly roll, and purr frequency tells a story about survival, comfort, and connection. The more fluent we become in this language, the deeper our relationships grow, and the fewer shredded paper towel rolls we'll sacrifice to midnight energy bursts. If today's deep dive illuminated even one puzzling habit of your own beloved feline, please tap the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and share it with every current or future cat guardian who could benefit from a translator between the human and whiskered worlds. Together we'll build a community where no cat's quirky symphony goes misunderstood.